Hey guys, this is NitroBex. Had a couple questions about measuring voltage loss on the device. Well, one thing I use to measure voltage loss is an inline voltmeter like this. Now, this is kind of how I would do a test for voltage drop. I have a mod here. This happens to be the 19 tube with the 8 cap and switch. I have an atomizer. This happens to be my K-fun, and the resistance matters when you're checking voltage drop, because the lower your ohms, the more drop you're going to have is at 0.84. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do is check the check the battery through the mod with no load. Now I have been using this battery for a bit. I am expecting it to be nowhere near full charge. It's getting ready to go on the charger. So 3.69. I generally change my mods around about 3.5. If you notice, it's staying stable at 3.69. Okay. I'm going to flood my K-fun so I don't burn out my cotton. Hear that nice gargle? My K-fun's flooded. I'm going to screw on the K-fun. Okay. I'm going to fire the mod with the K-fun on it. So we were at 3.69, under load 3.10. So I'm losing basically half a volt. Now if I fire this for a long time, 2.85, 2.87, 2.95. It's trying to get back up to where it was. 2.89. This number will keep changing under load because it's actually having to work to fire that addy. Alright? And that's briefly how you check a mod under load. You can do the same thing by using a multimeter. I got a slight juicy mess from where I flooded the K-fun. We'll fix that here directly though. And then I'll get this battery on the charger. If you don't have an inline voltmeter though, you can use a multimeter. Much like how I showed you how to check the resistance on a hybrid, but instead of doing ohms, you would use voltage and measure your voltage under load that way and compare it to just the battery. Hope that helps. That's a quick and dirty way to check your drop under load. Now, I did mention at the beginning, your ohms matter. The harder your battery has to work, the more inherent loss you're going to have in it. Okay, so keep that in mind. If you're firing at like a 2.5 ohm addy, you're going to have nowhere near the amount of loss you have on, say, a 0.5 addy. The battery's not working as hard. It's not putting out as many amps. It's not having to push the workload. Okay. That's testing for voltage drop. We'll see you again soon.